What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today, we have some more awesome information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So, Superbeat Xonic has a free song pack that is now available on the Nintendo Switch eShop. Let's go ahead and get into a little bit of the press release that they had here from the developers of the game. So, quote, "First of all, we would like to apologize for the delay. This pack should have been released originally on December 19th, but since this is our first Nintendo Switch title, we had some issues on the verification process. Thankfully, the free song pack is now live on the US Nintendo Switch eShop. If you have any issues with accessing the content from your local region, please send us a private message with most details as possible, and we'll look into it ASAP. We have learned a lot from this experience, and we will do our best to prevent it from happening again." They also say Happy New Year's, so that's awesome for them to provide a free song track. From what I understand, Xonic Superbeat is really good on the Nintendo Switch. Now, this game is also available on the PS4 and the Xbox One, but of course with the Nintendo Switch version, having some nice headphones and being able to plug that in and play portably, I think is pretty dope when it comes to a music rhythm game. Some of my previous favorite music rhythm games were actually on the PSP and the Beaterator games. Those games were really cool. I think DJ Max, the portable, is also good as well. So there have been a number of games that I've played over the years as far as music rhythm games, portably or just playing in general. I even used to play stuff like Guitar Hero without the actual guitar. I would just press the buttons just because I like the music. So for me, I've always been into the music rhythm games, but I only have voice on the Nintendo Switch, and shout outs to Universal One for that copy of voice on the Nintendo Switch. So I'm really looking forward to maybe picking something else up on the Switch within the next couple months here, because music rhythm games are just fun to play in bite-sized chunks. Get a few songs in here or there, and if the music is really good, and from everything that I've sampled from Xonic Superbeat, the music is actually really good. I'm really thinking about potentially getting this one. I also want stuff like Hatsumiku. Like, if that could come over to the Nintendo Switch, that would be great as well. I don't know why they're not bringing that over, at least at this point. Maybe we'll have an announcement soon, but I think that should come over. In addition to other music rhythm games, I would love to see the Timbaland, the Beaterator. I would love to see that come back. I would like to see lots of different music rhythm games come back into the fold, because we actually used to get a lot of them on like the portable systems and everything, and they kind of just went away for a little bit. So making a little bit of a comeback on the Nintendo Switch with voice and Xonic Superbeat. What do you guys think about this free music pack? Have any of you guys tried it out yet? And how are you liking Xonic Superbeat on the Nintendo Switch? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next article here, Super Meat Boy for the Nintendo Switch. We've got the race mode overview, so that's the new mode that they're adding into the game. Got the file size, price, and also screenshots. Link in the description below on that one. So a little bit over a week ago, Team Meat did reveal that Super Meat Boy will be coming to the Nintendo Switch on January 11th. The game now has an eShop listing that contains some extra information about the game. So brand new to the Nintendo Switch version of Super Meat Boy is a race mode. Here's a brief overview of the game. Quote, "In this two-player split-screen race, friends or enemies can compete against each other through individual chapters, randomized levels, or the entire game. Choose Light World, Dark World, or both and have at it. Side effects may include elevated heartbeat, severe anxiety, hubris, and I don't know how to say that." So now, according to Super Meat Boy's listing, the download size is around 204 megabytes in size, so it's tiny. There's also a price point of $14, and finally, there's some screenshots. If you want to check those out, link in the description below. And this is a game that I think a lot of people are going to pick up on the Nintendo Switch, especially if it's $14. That is a great price point for a game that you can play portably in addition to the home console, man. And adding in this new two-player race mode, yes, that can cause much frustration. If they're randomizing levels or even playing through the actual game and you can compete against a friend right there, if you have someone who's good at platformers, if you just want to have some fun, pick up Super Meat Boy and play this and watch you guys get bopped over and over by these levels, man. They are really difficult. I remember playing like a demo or something like that back in the day on the 360, and I was just like getting bopped over and over, over and over, falling and all of that, man. But it's a lot of fun, and adding in a race mode was really good for the Nintendo Switch version. Local co-op is making a comeback on the Nintendo Switch. More and more people are picking up the system, playing with their families, playing with friends, buddies that they have. We've even seen professional teams all go out, pick up Nintendo Switches, play Mario Kart on the plane rides, playing Splatoon and other games. So yeah, this is something that's happening, and I think Super Meat Boy, for more of the core gamers out there, to where you can have a lot of fun with your buddy if he comes over and you guys can play. Or even at like conventions or E3 or stuff like that, having a race mode while you're online, I think that would be fun too. So what do you guys think about Super Meat Boy in terms of the file size, the pricing so far, some of the new features with the race mode? I would love to hear you guys' thoughts if you're gonna pick this one up on the Nintendo Switch. Remember, it is January 11th. I do want to talk about that just a bit because it just kind of like light bulbed. So January 11th is the rumored Nintendo Direct. So maybe Nintendo is planning to have, hey, Super Meat Boy right there. You can go download it on the day of the Direct. Maybe that's some clever planning by the Team Meat over there to have it on January 11th. But man, that date, dude, that date just seems to line up perfectly with what Nintendo does. Team Meat has this really nice game when it comes to Super Meat Boy, so it'll be interesting to see if it works out that way. But what do you guys think about Super Meat Boy coming to the Switch? I would love to hear your thoughts on all of that below. Alright, and moving to the last article here, we have some Rocket League news and some major news when it comes to it. So the official Rocket League Twitter account has stated that Rocket League has now surpassed 40 million players worldwide, and they say thank you to our ever-growing community for helping us start the new year with such a fantastic milestone. And while Nintendo Switch wasn't most of the sales here, Nintendo Switch definitely played a part into getting to 40 million units sold. The Nintendo Switch version of Rocket League has been either #1 or like in the top 5 pretty much since it launched, and with that discount that it got, I think it went down to like $14 or something like that, it went right back up to #1 when it dipped down to #2 or so. So that's really good to see. Rocket League is fantastic on the Nintendo Switch. I think it's one of the best titles for the system, especially to be played portably. It's a ton of fun, and I haven't been able to pick up the game myself, but I've played Rocket League on the Xbox One, and it is a fantastic experience. And for the most part, they've ported over the experience one for one. There's some resolution differences here and there, but overall the game plays as it always did. And there are going to be bringing some updates to the Nintendo Switch version of the game when it comes to things. Plus there's also going to be a physical version of the game as well, so it's all good news for Rocket League fans out there, and I'm excited to see what they have next. Now, according to some of the posts here, as far as what they said on Twitter, they did say that they have some more information about Season 7 that's later this month, so just stay tuned for that. So for all you Rocket League season fans out there, Season 7 should have some information where you can get your game on when it comes to Nintendo Switch and other platforms, PS4, Xbox One, and also PC. Just Rocket League, it's just so difficult for me to try to score a goal. I know I need to practice more, but man, I want to get into it. Maybe at some point I'll buy the physical edition of Rocket League, because for a game like Rocket League, I think for me, I need to have like a physical edition of it to really get excited to play. I don't know why. Some games just work digitally, like for example, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 works great digitally, but other games I want to have the actual physical version of the game, and I already have a digital version of Rocket League on the Xbox One through a review copy, so I kind of want to get a physical version, a cartridge that I can put into my Nintendo Switch. And the simple fact that Rocket League has done so well on the Nintendo Switch, I think bodes well for independent developers, but even bigger developers as well. One of the question marks going into the Nintendo Switch was this system going to be able to keep up when it comes to certain games that have been already out on the PS4 and Xbox One, even independent games. I think a lot of developers thought, well, have people already bought this game? Are they going to buy even though it's out on PC and also PS4, Xbox One, and heck, even sometimes last generation systems? I mean, we've seen games like Stardew Valley, Golf Story, which wasn't on any other system, it came to the Switch, but Stardew Valley, Rocket League, and other games, Overcooked, have great success on the Nintendo Switch and even sell the most on the Nintendo Switch despite being on other systems beforehand. So Rocket League and all these other games is pretty much just proof that Nintendo can definitely sell up there when it comes to these smaller titles, and any developer that has like a really high quality independent game needs to bring it over to Nintendo Switch. I think this is 100% proof of it, especially considering how everything is going. I know Battle Chef Brigade is doing okay as well on the Switch, so I'm looking forward to seeing more high quality independent developers in addition to bigger games being announced, hopefully at that rumored Direct. So what do you guys think about Season 7 in addition to everything that I talked about when it comes to Super Meat Boy, Rocket League, Xonic, Superbeat? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Alright Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of players across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace.